Welcome back, everyone, to another interview on the Popcorn Podcast. I'm Tommy Cresta. As you see, Ryan again couldn't make another episode. Very busy, but we have a very, very, very special guest with us today. She is the star of Sex Appeal. She plays Avery White, and we all know her from that, and of course, The Flash. And she has a new teen comedy coming out called Snack Shack. Her name is Mika Abdalla, and I am super, super, super excited to have her on. So, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Excited, still annoyed about Sex Appeal because I just rewatched it again before we got to do this episode, and the
Yeah.
ending still hurts just as
Yeah.
much.
hmm
But
I,
yeah,
I don't know what to tell you. Sorry.
but yeah, yeah, we just have some questions here, a couple from me and Ryan, and then we have some from our fans that they just want to reach out and submit their own questions.
Cool.
So the first question, not very acting related, but when we were doing research and everything, I just want to know what made you want to get into studying philosophy at UCLA?
Um, yeah, I originally started as a political science major, and that ended immediately. And then I had taken a philosophy course as a GE, my first quarter, and I really enjoyed it. And I felt like a better person while I was taking the class. It was like 100A, like ancient Greek philosophy, like very not practical, and like that weird type of philosophy where it's just like I don't even know how to describe it. It's really weird, but I felt like it positively impacted my life. So I was like, okay, this is fun. And then I kind of tried a few different things to see what would work. And I just ended up taking so many philosophy classes that I was like, it makes the most sense for this to be my major, which is like a not inspiring story. But now, genuinely, like I'm about to graduate. I have four more classes that I have to take. Um, and just this last quarter, I was like, man, I actually really love studying this. Like I love reading about it. I love writing about it. I'm like very glad that I kind of accidentally fell into it.
Hmm. And I have to ask, do you take your is there anyone that like notices you at school that's like, oh my God, are you?
No, I go to UCLA and nobody cares at all. I don't think anyone's ever even looked at me twice.
Oh. This is a question from, oh no, this is another one of mine. I talked before we started recording that I went down through your filmography, trying to
Yeah,
find some older things you worked on. And you got to work with one of the most famous characters ever in Barney.
of course.
And how was that gonna work with the amazing purple dinosaur?
The big purple dinosaur. It was really cool. It's kind of like I'm from Dallas, and like in the Dallas young actors community, doing Barney is kind of like a rite of passage. I mean, like Demi did it, and I think Selena did it. Um, Lovato and Gomez. Um, both from Dallas. And yeah, it was really cool. All of us kids here did a lot of like extra work on Barney all the time. And then when I like actually got to like be a speaking character on Barney, that was like my first legitimate thing that I did, I think. So it was really cool. It was really fun. The set is just a playground, and so like we just played, and then offset like all of our holding rooms, they kept us really entertained. They had it really down to a system how to keep these like 8-year-olds from going crazy in their production office. We just hung out. I
It sounds
remember I remember one girl brought like, those little plastic, I don't think it was a Neopet. It might have been a Neopet. It came in like the little plastic ball, and you open it up and it was like a squishy animal thing, and you like collected them, and she had like 80 of them, and she brought them one time, and I was like,
pretty a little jealous that she had so
yeah,
many.
I was like, Mom, what? She was like, you do not need that. And I just devastated me.
I mean, I was late just doing my research. I was like, okay, she was in this, and I was like, Barney. And I late
Yeah.
went to my mom. I was like, this girl's on Barney. I was like, I'm kind of jealous. Like, that's like a dream.
Yeah.
That's
No,
like
it's fun.
every kid's childhood was to hang out with Barney and play on the playground.
Yeah.
But since you're from Dallas, this is gonna make a lot of my listeners angry if I don't ask. Please tell me you're not a Cowboys fan.
I am a Cowboys fan,
Oh
and
my.
I have a dear friend who actually plays for the Cowboys who I met at UCLA. So I'm now even I was not really a Cowboys fan, but now I am. I have to be. Sorry.
I think we might have to cut this interview short. I don't think
Yeah.
being an
Thanks
Eagles
for having
fan
me.
is really
Bye.
helping.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Ryan is a Giants fan, so we're split
Mm,
anyway.
mm,
But going
controversy.
into a question that we were asked from one of our followers was, how did the role of Avery come up for Sex Appeal? Like when that first all came about.
Um, Actually, kind of another Dallas related thing. The movie was being cast by a woman named Amber Horn, who she's also from Dallas, and I took acting classes from her when I was like 7 years old. So I've known her forever. And then when she kind of moved permanently to LA when I was like 9 or 10, she would let me stay with her when I would come out for like pilot season, or if I was like there for a callback or something, like she would let me like stay at her place. And so we stayed really close. And I got the audition during COVID. It was like January 2021. So like vaccines starting to roll out, and there were very few auditions going around. And I got the tape like the way that you get all your tapes, like, from my agent and my manager. And I saw that Amber was casting it, and I was like, she's a casting director. I saw that Amber was casting it, and I was like, oh my God. So um, that was just like a really cool connection that I had to it. And uh, she, I mean, it was kind of tough because she wasn't really able to offer me any like help, like special help necessarily, because like that's not really fair. But I think it just like inspired me, or like made it feel like kismet to me, and like must have changed something psychologically in my brain. Because then I just like really went all in with it. And the film has a lot of references um in both like the script and in like the set decoration to old films, like to like Trip to the Moon, and just the one with John Cusack holding up the thing.
Oh, say anything.
Say anything. And so that was also really cool to me. So I was like, okay. I was studying film at the time, and I was like, oh my God, and all these like crazy. I had just watched Trip to the Moon, and I was like, oh my God. Um, yeah, anyway, I know I'm like rambling now. No, but it all fell together. It was all very like, this thing's happening and Amber's casting it, and it has all this stuff, and I'm recognizing all these things, and like the character feels similar to me in a way. And yeah, it was really. Oh, and the woman, oh my God, and the woman who wrote it was like my roommate's acting coach, who I'd heard about forever but I'd never met. And I was like, wait, Tate. And the production, like I knew people who had worked for this production company in this place, and like it all really fell together.
And I
And
mean, it fell perfectly again because it ended up being one of the better, because it's been, I feel like, such a rough time with comedy these last like
Mhm.
10 years. Like people either love it or hate it. And I feel like
Yeah,
Sex Appeal finally like figured out teen comedy again for the first time. Because I feel
yeah.
like we were
Oh,
having such bland. And me and my co-host both love it. So that's why it was such a big deal first to have you on the show and then just get to talk about something that I really like. And of course, I think so many other people like.
good. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, it was a lot of we had a lot of fun shooting it. That I don't know how much you know about American High and like those guys and what they did, the
Yeah.
production company. But like, yeah, they just bought a high school, an abandoned high school in Syracuse, New York, and started making like high school movies. And I just think it's so cool. And they were so fun and easygoing. And the whole crew, like, we became such good friends because it was during COVID. So we were like a pod. We couldn't go see other people. And we're in Syracuse. So it was like, who are you gonna see?
It's not really
You know,
anything out there
to a
anyway.
degree, like, what are we gonna do? So we all became really, really close. And that's great.
And you guys did what was such a big thing in the early 2000s, which was showing bloopers throughout the like the end credits,
Yeah.
which I loved, and I was so happy that someone did it. And so
Yeah. Oh
another
my God,
big
I
thing.
forgot about that. Wait, that's so funny. We did do that.
Yeah. Now going into your new film, Snack Shack, which comes out today everywhere,
Literally
and
today.
I'm super excited to see it. I talked about before. I wish it was in a closer theater to me, but I wanted to give our listeners a chance. In 3 words, how would you describe it?
It's man, I'm like funny. No, it's summer. Uh Man, it's like summer hot dog and pool. That's really it. Like
That's a
genuinely,
fair answer.
that's really like 90% of the movie is shot at the pool. They're screaming about hot dogs the whole time, and it's like quintessential summer movie.
I'm so excited. And again, it's going right back into that teen comedy. So, and I all the early reviews so far say it's hilarious. It goes back to raunchy comedy. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
And
It
how did that role come about? Like getting to be part of Snack Shack now?
Same thing, just normal regular audition. I was sent the script as well, so of course I read that. I was obsessed with the script as when I read it. It's very like very 80s, 90s coming of age comedy, which I grew up watching. So it was like, okay, this is like an opportunity to kind of be a part of something that I grew up on and like loved so much when I was younger. And yeah, then it was normal. Just taped for it. It was actually we had a chemistry read, and it was the first in-person anything that we had had since COVID, and this was summer of 2022. So that was a little horrifying, but I guess it went well. Um, yeah, but it was a very like very regular auditioning process.
Oh,
Adam moves fast. He knew what he wanted. He didn't make us come in and out and tape for him a million times, which I also really appreciated.
well, it seems like it worked out for you because now you're this one of you're the lead of the movie or one of the
Yes,
leads, if you say.
one of them.
And this is a question from one of our followers named Oscar, and he wanted to say, going off of being now in Snack Shack and doing Sex Appeal, what are your favorite teen comedies?
Uh, Better Off Dead is amazing. Um, Weird Science is amazing. I'm trying to think of like the modern teen comedy. Going back, like Mean Girls, truly, like if you go back and watch it, it like never dies. Like it truly is like amazing the whole way through. Um, yeah, I feel like I haven't watched like the modern teen comedy too much. Just kind of like sacrilegious.
You've really been in them.
I've really been on. I haven't been. Yeah. Ooh. Um. I don't know if you can call it a comedy, but Bodies
I haven't
was
seen it yet. I
it was good. I watched it in Nebraska. It came out while we were shooting in Nebraska City, and so we all drove to Omaha to go to like a big theater and watch it. Um, it was good. It was great. It was
I know
hilarious.
it's one of those ones like I love like horror comedy, so of course I'm like probably should have watched it, but I'll
Yeah.
get around to it. And then what was I gonna say? Oh, going back to Mean Girls, Tina Fey was friendly with my dad throughout high school because they went to high school together.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because she went to the my rival high school, well, my former rival high school.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Miss Tina Fey. She's an icon, first off.
Yeah, for real.
And then the last question I have for you is if you could give any advice to your younger self or any up and coming actor or actress, what would it be?
Um, I mean, like you hear it over and over again, but like you really do just have to be patient. You'll like work for years straight and everything's going perfect, and then there's a strike or there's a pandemic, or you get to like an awkward age where you can't quite play high school and you can't quite be an adult, or whatever it may be. And then you just might not work. You might not hear anything. You might just be going through a weird phase, or you just might be having bad luck. And like the first time that that happened to me, really the first like two times that that happened to me, I was like, it was devastating and like really freaked me out. And you start to think like, oh my God, like, was that it? Is that all I get to do? Like, has my time come and gone? And like, especially, like, I mean, first of all, for that's not true for anybody. Like, it just comes in waves and things will get busy again, and your luck will pick up, and like, it's okay. You just have to wait it out. But like, especially when I mean, I was like 17, 18, sitting in my apartment by myself, like, that's it. I'm never working again. I've reached my peak and now I'm past my prime. And it's just like ridiculous. I mean, especially when you're young, things are changing, you're growing, like just chill. You can start freaking out later, but like give yourself your late teens, give yourself your 20s, and like just take it as it comes. Take your opportunities when you can, and don't freak out, when you're being rejected, because that's 99% of the job is being rejected.
That was really good
Grim.
advice.
It's very grim.
I thought you gave it a nice positive spin.
I try. That's what I tell myself every night when I fall
Yeah.
asleep. Like it's okay.
And then I gave you a little bit of a heads up that we do our recommendation of the week at the end of the episode. But
Mhm.
I'm gonna make a little twist on it for you because I did give you a little bit of a heads up. So what is one show and one movie you would recommend everyone? Snack Shack. Huh.
Yeah, Snack Shack. I'm gonna recommend two movies in a show because I can't decide between the two. One movie, if you haven't already seen Triangle of Sadness, go see it. If like you just should, it's really funny, it's amazing. Also, there's this Korean movie, Ode to My Father, that you should see. It's the saddest thing I've ever watched.
Really
Uh,
keeping it grim today.
yeah, yeah. Um, and TV, you're gonna hate this answer. There's this reality show
Oh boy.
called Farmer Wants a Wife, and it's about these four farmers who want a wife, and it's kind of like four individual bachelors, like, The Bachelor.
Yeah,
And so
yes.
it's like these four farmers and they're like on their farms and they like get to take like 10 girls to the farm with them or 8 girls to the farm or whatever. And then they like do it bachelor style. Like at the end of the week, they have to like send people home and stuff. And it's like the best, worst thing I've ever seen ever. That's
I've
my
never
recommendation.
watched reality TV, but my dad would be a sucker for it. It seems like he loves himself The Bachelor, Bachelor in Paradise, and all that.
I didn't like The Bachelor until I watched The Golden Bachelor, because I watched it just because I was like, okay, this is cute. I can get on board with it. And then I started watching Farmer Wants a Wife, and now I'm watching The Bachelor. So it's like this like insane trajectory where like the only movies I watch are like these devastating, like really weird movies, and then I'm watching like Love is Blind.
Oh, are you gonna watch Love? What is it? Love Lies Bleeding?
Oh yeah, yes, I do really. I actually, funny enough, I was sent the breakdown for that a long time ago, and I was like, I personally would not be able to put on the muscle for that. I just know for a fact that like they were like, you would have time to, and I was like, I'm not even gonna audition because I just know for a fact that like I do not have the discipline. So she looks amazing, and I'm like so impressed. But that's tough. She must have been working out for the last 18 months. That's
I'm
crazy.
so excited to see that movie. I think it's gonna be really, really, really entertaining. Now, it's not a movie for everyone, so I'm not gonna use it as my recommendation of the week. I'm gonna be basic, and I'm gonna recommend Harry Potter. I just did my rewatch episode of the entire franchise for a podcast episode that's coming out tomorrow. And so yeah, go check out Deathly House Part 2 and go watch Sorcerer's Stone.
Oh my
Those
God.
are the ones I'm gonna recommend to everyone.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you so much, Mika, for coming on the show. And I mean, I had a blast getting to talk to you. You got to answer some questions. I know my followers are very excited. And then, do you want to plug your Instagram or anything like that?
Yeah, I really am only on Instagram. It's just Mika.Abdalla. That's it. Not really on
Not
Twitter.
anything else. You're not a big TikToker.
I had to delete it. It
Like
was
forced to
like
delete it, or you just chose to
I
delete it?
was like for my mental health, I had to delete
Oh,
the
okay.
book.
That's a
I
fair
was
reason.
like 8 hours a day.
8 hours?
It was really bad.
That's a
It
lot
was
of
really bad.
TikTok.
I had to get out of there. And I do scroll through Reels sometimes, but it's not, the algorithm's not quite the same. It's not quite as good. So I can get off.
It's not as addictive as TikTok is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not as TikTok, man. So good. So good.
Well, it might be getting banned soon, so we don't know what's gonna happen with that app.
It's not gonna happen. They're always banning TikTok. Every 6 months they're banning TikTok.
They ban everything at one point.
It's
But
not going anywhere.
thank you again for coming on the show. Everyone go check out Snack Shack
Yeah.
today when this
Today.
episode debuts. Go watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna drop a solo episode, probably reviewing it, or me and Ryan are gonna do a full episode on it. Mika, again, thank you so much for coming on the show. I had a lot of fun getting to talk to you, and I can't wait to see what success you have next.
Thank you. Yeah, it was great talking to you. All
Bye, everyone.
right. Bye.